Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. And today I have the beautiful, remarkable Monika Oomen with me. She's the VP of Brand Communications and Digital Content Strategy for Kids EMEA at Warner Brothers Discovery. Thank you so much for joining me, Monika. And I'm sitting here in Johannesburg. It is actually quite strange because it is a relatively cold and cloudy day. And let us viewers know where you are, please.
Well, I am in London, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm already preparing my fireplace because it's it's cold. It's cold, but this is life. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's life
Um,
on that side, but I think we are in the same like line when it comes to the weather today, and it's actually
yeah.
perfect for what we're talking about because we're talking about a very fantastic dark character. But when it comes to Cartoonito, he's not that dark because we are talking about Batwheels and the amazing adventures of this fantastic show. So I'm going to jump right in and ask you, as a parent, why should we consider tuning into the second season of Batwheels with our little ones on Cartoonito Africa?
So I need to go one step back before I answer the question. So when I saw Batwheels the very first time, Rianette, I was absolutely taken aback. I was like, oh my goodness, they completely outdid themselves. They brought a dark character, Batman, his deep voice, etc. Yeah, an amazing, legendary character to life for kids, which is sweet and nice, and it looks so beautiful. So there are so many reasons you should turn into season 2, but maybe also even season 1 if you haven't yet. So Batwheels is a story which brings, all the super DC superheroes cars or vehicles to life. So it combines superheroes with vehicles. I think is a quite given all we know about kids and how they like to play and what they love and what really interests them, that's a perfect combination. But also it's beautifully done. I thought the quality of the show was really outstanding. And then you dive deeper and then you see that in the first, but also now in the second season continues. This is a family-friendly entertainment. This is how you bring, if you're a Batman fan or DC Universe fan, how you bring this universe in a really safe way and warm way and colorful, really colorful way to your kid. But the show is not only entertainment. The show is, and this is why I think it's a really good way for us to speak about it, because we're talking to BabyYumYum's audience. They are parents. So as a parent, you want to see a show as a kids show, which is not only a kids show and drives you insane because they watch all over the same and etc. So if the show is not high quality, it's a torture, right? Now,
Yeah.
this, we can say it's not the case here. This is fantastic. This is packed with positive messages, is funny. Yeah, it is problem solving, it's friendship, it's not infantile in a way. So I
Yes.
think it's really important that kids feel taken seriously. So it's not belittling, it's really saying this is a problem, how do I do this? Do I have enough confidence? Can I do it alone? And then in the show, the kid can learn you don't have to do it alone.
That's
Each of us has a different skill or different superpower. So this is definitely a show I highly recommend, and not only because I work on the show and for Cartoonito, but as a parent. And in the second season, the quality of storytelling is really maintained. It brings new characters, it brings your new storylines. So I really hope that will captivate not only the young minds, but also allow for the co-viewing moment with Batman fans.
Yes. And I think most of us as adults, you know, can relate to, like you said, the Batman character and story. And here we have an opportunity to co-view. And I love what you said in terms of, you know, co-viewing. But let me quickly ask you, before we delve a little bit deeper on that side, how does Batwheels create engaging content for young viewers? Because I know that there's a lot that goes into the story building and really looking at what is important from a values-driven conversation point of view when you create something like Batwheels, right?
Well, the engaging content is really, it does sit in the storytelling, but the show has so many components that come together. One is the superheroes. There is the element, there's the big note, the superheroes are part of the show. Then the vehicle appeal, which is also playing into the play patterns, which can live not only on screen, but beyond the screen. So I think this is something which content is so much more than just content. It's the feeling, it's the message, it's the story behind it, is, you know, how do you tap into the love kids have for superheroes? How do you tap into the love they like vehicles? There are so many brands. They are very, very long standing brands which, you know, have vehicles or have superheroes, and we're combining this into one. So that allows you to very different angle on the story. That's one point. And the other thing is how we create engaging content. You know, our legacy is storytelling. Our legacy is, we have done this for Cartoon Network for 30 years. There are amazing stories coming out of the studios, and I think this is very high standard, and this is maintained. And kids love adventures. Kids, you know, we know that we have been doing this for quite a long time, and they, you know, they love adventures. But when you use an adventure and subtly introduce a theme which is educational, or, as I mentioned, maybe problem solving or teamwork or taking responsibility or picking up for someone, you know, that, and then wrapped up into this whole fun and action-packed framework.
It's incredible. And I think so many times we just hear the music in the background. And I mean, I'm a mom of a 16-year-old now, so the shows have changed quite a bit since, you know, looking at younger viewers. But you don't necessarily take note of all the life lessons, the tools, the handles that are given to our children, which is so remarkable and so important for us to actually tune into and use the opportunity to create those conversations that really matter. Which leads me to my next question is, what positive messages and life lessons can children learn from watching the adventures of Bam and the Batwheels crew in season 2?
So there's, I mean, every episode speaks to a different situation. I don't want to say problem, because it's not always problems. It's sometimes the situation is how to manage certain behavior, how to approach certain things. However, you know, you mentioned one really important point in your question, or before your question, that there's so much content out there. And there's so much content which is created in a completely different manner, with from a different, maybe content created by users, user-generated content. But you know, quality and quantity, they are very different matters. And I just want to say that we always intend, it's high quality visually, but also the storytelling. So, you know, it's a lesson of perseverance, as an example, in one episode. In the other episode, we are talking in an important message is you have to help others. Yeah. Or do you know the saying, you can go very fast when you're on your own, but you can go very far when you're in a group? Yes. And I think, you know, this is a lesson which me as middle-aged woman knows now, but taking something like with your team, you go further, and how beneficial it is. There are very serious subjects actually, but in a kid-friendly manner, an entertaining manner, and colorful manner.
And an opportunity for us as parents to open the conversation, right? To say, listen, did you notice that? Or can we talk about this or that? And it doesn't have to stop in front of the screen. I mean, while we drive, as you go to fetch them from school, continue the conversation. Or it's happened to me, and I'm sure you will relate as a mom. Sometimes something happens on the playground, and you can say, "But do you remember what happened in Batwheels and how they dealt with that conflict, the situation?"
Yes. You can go as far as say, what would mom do in this situation? If you know, but for that, as a parent, you have to watch the series to understand the series too, and then you can almost sense check, did the message land? So after an episode, if you have the moment of co-viewing, you open a conversation about the subject they like, but then you are really sadly also conveying much more than that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's very important to purely sit down and enjoy it together.
Yes.
With the kid, and have this moment of let's watch it, and this is our superhero evening, or create some real appointment to view. However, it is at the same time, there is a lot to take away from.
That's true. And having those special moments, like a previous conversation the two of us had, you mentioned those, creating the memories. And in order to, hold on to those moments afterwards. And talking about memories, please tell us, can you share some insights into the personalities and the unique traits of the Batwheels characters and how they might resonate with or inspire young viewers?
So, I mean, there are quite a few characters, but just to mention a few. So the main character, Bam, he is focused. He always tries his best to lead the team. He kind of is really pretends to be tough, but it's not always tough as it is. But and he is trying to be up for the task. But again, maybe he needs his friends. Then we have Buff. He could be the strong and dependable one, but also he's also the heart of it. So there's the strong one with the soft heart, a gentle giant, you could say.
Yes.
And then BB, the smallest, but again, a superpower is the fastest one. And the quintessence of every show almost we're doing, but the Batwheels here as well, is that kids are different. Every kid is different. And yes, we have so many common threads. So we love entertainment, we love fun with this and this, but every kid has to understand it's okay to be different. And I don't mean to be kind of preaching in this way, the opposite. We trying to show them how amazing it is to be different and how everyone has its own way to belong.
Yes.
So you belong when you're part of the group, when you're part and accepted for who you are. You don't have to fit in and change yourself. You can just be part of it. So, and the characters, they reflect it, and you can probably find it in every show we have on Cartoonito. The diversity and the inclusivity is reflected there.
And it makes it so much more rewarding for children to watch and for us as parents to have those nuggets that we can discuss with them. So when does Batwheels Season 2 premiere on Cartoonito, and what channel can we find the show on?
So the show is premiering already on the 21st of September at 7:30, and you can find it on DStv 302. So 21st of September at 7:30, get the popcorn up, get your capes on, and start watching together.
And we can't wait. As BabyYumYum, we are super excited, and we'll make sure that Banjo will also be watching on that day. Let me show you. This is the small version of Banjo, but our real Banjo will also be tuning in on the 21st of September, and it is Batman Day as far as I know, right?
So we want to celebrate that, and this is how the cycle of life, yeah?
Yes, and it's
preschool and Batman Day. So let's celebrate this by watching and making an event in front of your TV.
And as a family get together, like Monika was saying, grab the popcorn, make fun, like a whole thing about it. And we would like for you to, on BabyYumYum's platforms, have a look, because we are running some exciting competitions. We have more information about the characters. There's a very interesting article on the website, so go and have a view. And make sure that you also look at our social media platforms, because we would like to share some talking points with you, some conversation starters that you can have with your young ones and to the little ones who love the show, and that you can then use as, let's say, handles or little tip sheets for you to have those conversations. And then let's take and have fun and take this opportunity to do co-viewing and really enjoy this quality entertainment that is put on a silver platter for us. Monika, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you to the team. Please, if you could, in any way or form, thank the team behind the scenes, because, you know, we are the ones, we sit, we enjoy the final product, but behind the scenes, there's so many people involved, and we really want them to also know that we are thankful. Is there anything else you want to say about Batwheels and this exciting new chapter for the Batwheels team?
Oh, I only say Batwheels, we are good to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We are good to go. Thank you very much for your time, BabyYumYummers, and we hope to see you via the streams that you are co-viewing with your children on the 21st of September and onwards. Enjoy the show.